Yes, good morning, Makushla, and good morning to all of our viewers. This morning, we are in the Carmichael Road area. As you can see from our drone shot, traffic at this hour is at a minimal, and it's much less than it would be on a normal day. Of course, many persons attempted to stay off the streets and trying to adhere to that national curfew from that emergency order. Of course, I'm also joined this morning by Sergeant Jerron Thompson from the Royal Bahamas Police Force Traffic Division, who's a part of a greater crew of officers sporadically spread throughout the island, assisting the public in adhering to that national curfew. Good morning, Officer Thompson.
Good morning to you. Good morning, Bahamas.
So talk to us a little bit. I know officers have been are part now of a crew spread throughout the island to assist the public in adhering to the national curfew. We saw a few buses earlier. Talk to us a bit about those public buses and how officers are reminding the public to adhere to that curfew.
Okay, from about 6 a.m. we've been out here on the streets of the Providence. We've been educating and giving poisonous information concerning the national emergency orders. We've been advising the public service drivers because, as of 9 a.m., there should be no public service vehicles on the street. And that includes taxis, private charters, omnibuses. They should not be on the streets after 9 a.m. today.
And of course, as we were out here for some time, I've observed yourself and some officers pulling those buses, reminding them as well. What happens after 9 a.m.?
Well, for the most part, we've been documenting those places that we have been wanted. So if we were to see them after 9 a.m., then the full brunt of the law they will experience.
Also this morning, you talked to us a little bit about an accident that happened near the traffic division on the Independence Highway.
Yes, right now on the East-West Highway, we have an active scene going on where we have an overturned vehicle. We have officers actively investigating that accident. We ask persons to, if you can, avoid that area, and if you must travel along that route, do so with extreme caution.
Now, of course, it's several hours before 9 p.m. For the rest of the motoring public, what sort of advice can you offer to them as they obviously are near the Super Value store as well? Many persons trying to get those last-minute items. What sort of advice can you give the public to ensure that they adhere to that 9 p.m. curfew?
Well, you got at least 12 hours now before 9 p.m. So I advise persons to get out on the street early. Try to get what you need for your household and get that before 9 p.m. because the Prime Minister and the Attorney General, they were absolutely clear as it relates to the 9 p.m. curfew. So I'll advise persons not to make history to be the first persons to be arrested with regards to the curfew.
And, of course, one last question as well. As I said, there are still some persons on bus stops attempting to get to work or to their other locations. What advice can officers give those persons who have to go to work or who have to go other places?
Well, I guess as the day progresses, some of these workplaces will be shut down. We advise persons to try to see if you can get a relative or some close friend to assist you to your destination because, like I said again, as of 9 a.m., there will be no public service transportation services on the road. So we advise persons to try to get to and from by other means. There will be no public service transportation vehicles on the road.
Are police concerned any bit about overwhelming cells or overwhelming numbers of persons disobeying those curfews?
Well, the law is clear. We have some concerns, of course, yes, but the law is clear, and it is not our job to interpret the law or what have you. It is our job to enforce the law. So, what we're going to do, what we need to do, as respect to the law.
And again, that curfew takes effect at 9 p.m., durates for 8 hours up until 5 a.m. Reporting here from Carmichael Road area, Makushla, back to you in studio.